Guys, usually we talk about a modern Western woman's behavior and what we think about it. But in today's video, I would like to show you the difference between a modern Western woman's mindset, what she believes in, what type of values or morals she follows, and a woman who lives in a modern society but still knows how to follow traditional values and morals. What my gentlemen can learn from today's video is what to look out for in a woman in order to tell whether if she does follow traditional values and morals. And ladies, what you can learn from today's video is what you can actually incorporate into your daily routine in order to show a man that you do value traditional morals and that you also practice them, which every other 3 or 4 nowadays don't believe in. A modern Western woman follows trending morals and values without thinking about the possible outcomes, consequences, or whether if her behavior is justified or feminine. These women are money hungry, self-centered, mostly selfish, and they do not have a problem with promoting this type of lifestyle and mindset to other women. Like I said, they don't think about the consequences and the possible outcomes for themselves or for other women. And you're trying to tell me that this is supposed to be women empowerment? But a woman who practices traditional values and morals, she knows exactly not to listen to anyone around her except for those whose marriage is actually long-lasting and functioning. There are ups and downs in every relationship, but at the end of the day, every man will appreciate a woman who knows her role in a relationship. And here is another hint, ladies and gentlemen. You cannot turn your femininity on and off based on the man's income. Enough realistic information so far. Let's dive into the delusion.
Make him chase you. He has to be the one chasing you. You do not have to text him first. Do not show him that you are interested. Now, I know this is very manipulative, but it works.
And this is where the delusion begins, everybody. You have all these women nowadays all over the internet talking about that the man should chase them, but they fail to explain why a man should be chasing a woman. And I believe it is because they don't know the reason why a man is supposed to chase a woman to begin with. What these women do know is that their tactics is extremely manipulative and they supposedly work. If you have a woman who uses manipulative tactics right in the beginning while you guys are getting to know each other and start dating, just know that this is a trend that's going to continue on throughout the whole relationship, and the only one that's going to lose is you, because you're going to be wasting your time, effort, and energy, and women like that are absolutely not worth it. You gotta leave them alone.
You have to show mixed signals. Now, obviously not mixed signals all the freaking time. This is when you guys are in the talking stage. You should never show a man that you love him. Like, obviously you could show him that you're interested in him as a person, but even if you are in love with him, you are madly in love with him, you want to be with him, he's your dream man, do not show it.
This woman completely lost me at you have to show the man mixed signals, but not all of the time, and you don't show the man that you love him. Guys, let me translate this to you. If a woman says yes, she may mean no. If a woman says no, she may mean yes. If she doesn't call you, if she doesn't text you, if she acts like a complete bitch and she behaves like she's not interested, that actually may mean that she cares about you, that she loves you. Excuse me. In this case, dear young lady, no matter what a man does, it may be wrong because you are highly confused, don't know what you want, and you damn sure don't know how to express your feelings towards a man. Honey, I am a woman and I don't even understand what you want. So how is a man supposed to understand what you expect out of him? And first of all, why is a man supposed to understand what you expect out of him when you are not even willing to communicate your emotions, what you want from him, and how you feel about him? What man in the world feels like putting in all that work? If a woman requires for a man to put in all that work right from the beginning, she's going to be in the expecting position throughout the whole relationship, which goes to show you how lazy these women are. Lazy even in communicating how they feel, because they're always going to be backstabbed. You know what? I'm not saying that bad things can happen in a relationship, but that is life. Even if my husband cheats on me, even if my husband does things to me that I don't agree with, that I don't like the way he treats me, that is life. We can talk about it, we can work things out, or we can just act confusing and be confused right from the beginning just to cause more confusion. You choose.
Men don't respond well to women who are too nice, that give too much information and just want to be honest, genuine, and, you know, talk about the things that she finds interesting and stuff like that. You can't get a man like that, ladies, and I keep trying to tell y'all have been taught wrong, okay? I've been talking to lots of women and they've been like, well, I tell them telling what I do as a profession on my date, and they seem really interested, but they never call back. Okay. I've been nice to people, but they always seem to, lose interest in me after a while. And and also, I try to call and do things and say things that I mean, and I don't try to play games, and it always backfires, and I just don't.
So Shira7, our favorite sprinkle lady, actually has women calling into her show talking about, I'm being kind, I'm being grateful, I'm doing nice things for the man, but he ghosts me. And she has nothing else better to do than turn around and tell these women, listen, honey, you gotta be a bitch. If he looks better than you, you have to go back to the store and buy new hair. If he is not paying for all of your bills, you have to move on to the next man that has more money. If you are being kind to a man, if you're being generous to a man, if you're being honest to a man, that's not how you get a man. That's not how you keep a man. She's misleading so many young women, and women like her are keeping other women single. Shira7 has about 800,000 followers on Instagram, and all this woman does is mislead and lead women into complete loneliness. Listen, dear ladies, kindness is never a weakness. Showing a man that you are grateful will only motivate that man to go out there every single day and give you more things that you can be grateful for. Do you really want to know what is considered a weakness? Going with the mass without thinking about possible outcomes and consequences, losing your personality because you pretend that you want to be somebody else, and comparing yourself to others. Those are considered weaknesses. Kindness has never been a weakness, is where I come from. Enough of these toxic women. Let's look at two ladies who know how to practice traditional morals and values living in the modern society as we all do today. One of them is a content creator. She goes by the name May. She is hilarious, very natural, and you can tell she grew up in a very, very traditional Egyptian household. And the way she just carries herself, her humor, the way she shows her family is just absolutely beautiful to me. You know what? Let's look at it ourselves.
I am not an independent woman. I do not care. Like, I make my own money, I have my own goals, but that doesn't mean I'm independent. Like, I need my man. I need to be like feminine in my relationship. Leave me out of that feminist. I am independent. I am not.
You know, my husband comes, he eats, I pick up his plate when he's done eating. That's something people are so surprised to know. He does not pick up his own plate. For like some of my American friends who see it, they're a little taken aback. Like, can't he pick up his own plate?
I think the American notion of relationships is like equality.
I do push women empowerment, but I'm like, I am not alone. My husband covers this whole situation. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, he covers me. And so if someone breaks in my house in the middle of the night, it's not me getting up.
I'm not going first.
You see how different these women come off compared to these women that we were looking at before? You're trying to tell me you would rather deal with these women that we listened to before than being with one of these women? And that is the exact type of energy that I love. I will sit down and have conversation with these women. I will sit down and exchange information with these women. I love that because we are on the same level when it comes to practicing our femininity. When I'm in America with my husband and I pick up his plate, I hear the same sentences like that one girl was talking about. Oh, he's a grown man, he can pick up his plate. I understand, he is a grown man, it is true. He takes care of me, but at the end of the day, what's wrong with me picking up his plate? It makes him feel more comfortable, it makes me feel more comfortable. Now, we are not saying, ladies, don't go out there, don't get educated, don't get your job, don't make your money, do all of that, that is fine. But it has nothing to do with the way you treat your man at home or in public. Be feminine, simple. But most of these modern women nowadays, all they want to do is pop their booty, only serve a man in bed instead of a plate of food. They want to control a man, but they don't want to be led by one. And they pretend that they can only be feminine when the man flashes his dollars. Tell me, what is this delusional shit show called? Gentlemen, as you can see, there are still women out here with the golden wifey mindset. You don't have to stay in your environment if you're not content with what's going on around you. Because nowadays, a lot of these women, they are like parasites and they are just looking for a host that they can suck the resources out of. Ladies, do not listen to women who tell you things that just don't feel right to you. I'm just imagining if I am the host of a show and I have a woman calling and telling me that she's doing all of these good things, but the man doesn't acknowledge it. I would say, honey, keep being you, keep doing you, but maybe you're just not that man's cup of tea. That is absolutely fine. That doesn't mean you have to change your attitude and become a bitch. That doesn't mean you have to stop showing your gratitude towards other people. That doesn't mean you have to change your personality or the way you look. Men like their women feminine, men like their women natural. I'm looking around and I see all this ridiculous makeup, all of these costumes that women are wearing. And the bad thing about it is the costumes is not only on the outside, their whole attitude, their whole personality comes off as very, very fake. And gentlemen, please don't lose hope. The world is a big place. You can travel, you can see the world. There are a lot of beautiful, natural, feminine ladies out there. I'm not saying that this toxic feminism doesn't, affect a lot of women who have a weak mind, but still, amongst 100 weak-minded women, you will still find 10 women who don't act and move like them. So thank you everybody for watching. I hope this video was helpful for you to see the difference between a modern Western woman and a woman who has traditional morals and values living in a westernized world. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and if you did, welcome on board. I hope I was able to help you out with some information today, and share those videos with those who you think need to learn from us. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more content and stay blessed.